A man who goes by the name Julius James surrendered to police last night after a 13-hour standoff. And tonight he's facing a number of animal cruelty charges.
And in the last 30 minutes, James made his first appearance in court. Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz was there too. He's live outside the courthouse right now.
Yeah, and Rafa, we know you have some new information on James's bond status and his background, including his real name.
That's right, Lorenzo. In the last 30 minutes, Judge Renee Raymond determined that this alleged shooter will remain in custody without a bond. She's also ordered a mental examination. Like you mentioned, he's facing 7 counts, including assault with intent to kill and multiple firearm-related charges, as well as an animal cruelty charge. But you mentioned something really important, the use of those names. Well, initially, police identified this man as 46-year-old Julius James, and during the arraignment today, that's how the judge referred to him. However, court documents indicate that when they ran this man's fingerprints, they determined that it's actually 48-year-old Stephen Raddington, and that he provided an alias to officers when he was taken in custody after that 13-hour standby. Now, I mentioned the animal cruelty charge, and that's really what stemmed this entire situation. What we know is that NPD was assisting and executed an arrest warrant for animal cruelty charges, and through court documents we learned that there's been years of complaints regarding this dog owner. Neighbors telling investigators they thought that this man was breeding dogs and that they were living in unsanitary conditions, so much that they reported a bad smell coming from his home. Also, back in April, investigators say this man was caught on camera punching one of his pit bulls in the face 6 times after the dog had approached a child on the sidewalk. According to the Humane Rescue Alliance, they found 31 dogs inside of this man's home. 11 of those were just puppies. And court documents also reveal a little bit what happened yesterday as police officers were inside. According to this man, he says he wasn't actually shooting at these officers, but really shooting warning signs because he knew that when officers entered his home, the dogs would attack and then the officers would kill him. Inside the home, investigators found a disassembled gun that was fully functional. Now, before the arraignment today, this morning, those 3 police officers that were shot and injured were released from the hospital, and Police Chief Pamela Smith says they're in high spirits. They want to return back to work. And here's what she said about how she's cooperating in this ongoing investigation. Let's listen.
Without a doubt, we're going to do everything we can. I just have to figure out if my schedule can accommodate that, but we certainly want to be there to show support, number one, of our officers, but to see how this is going to play out. The spirits was pretty high. One of them shouted out to me, "Don't worry, Chief, we'll be right back." So I'm very excited to know that they're excited about doing this work. And as you know, this is not an easy job. We signed up for it. We know what the circumstances and the risks are with regards to law enforcement and being police officers in our communities. But it's a great day when we can see our officers walking out of the hospital in good spirits.
Throughout the hearing, Raddington did try to speak to the judge today. When this concluded, he said, "Who is going to take care of my animals?" And then she told him to refer to his lawyer. He was surrounded by 3 U.S. Marshals, and he's actually due back in court on February 29th. A lot of questions still regarding this ongoing investigation and this case. I'm live at the D.C. courthouse. Rafael Sanchez Cruz. Leslie Lorenzo, back to you.
Yeah, it's sort of mind-boggling, the details that have come out and how many dogs were allegedly in that house at one time.
Yeah, and there were a lot. Dozens we're talking about here.
A lot.
Yeah, Rafa, thank you. And while we're talking about those dogs, one more note here. The Humane Rescue Alliance sent us a statement just before we came on the air at 4 o'clock today. It said, in part, "So many of you have reached out about the dogs, and we appreciate how much you want to help them. Right now, our priority is to focus on their care and well-being." The group went on to say that it has plenty of other dogs available for adoption.
Stay with WUSA 9 as we learn more about yesterday's violence in Southeast. We'll have updates on air, online, and of course streaming on WUSA 9 Plus.